Today we're going to learn how to make an alcohol tincture. You will need your herb pack. Today we're going to use BBL, a bottle of 80 proof vodka, a large jar with a lid to put your vodka and your herbs in, and then something to measure out your liquid. The recipe we are using comes from the book Butterfly Miracles with Herbal Remedies by Laurie Westover. BBL contains 1 ounce of black cohosh, 1 ounce of blue cohosh, 1 ounce of blue vervain, 1 ounce of skullcap, and a half an ounce of lobelia. This tincture is made with a 1:9 ratio. This means that for every ounce of herbs, you will need 9 ounces of alcohol. We have 4.5 ounces of herbs total, so we will need 40.5 ounces of alcohol. So to make your tincture, you need to take your herb pack, dump it into your jar. Measure out your alcohol. You need 40.5 ounces. There's 32. We need 8.5 more. Alright, now just put your lid on and shake. Once your tincture is made, it will need to soak for 2 weeks. You'll want to shake it once a day and pay attention the first 3 or 4 days to make sure that the herbs don't absorb too much liquid. If they do, you just need to add a little more. Once it's done, after the 2 weeks, you're going to strain it, and you need to have a glass bottle with a plastic lid to store it in. In this video, we're going to show you how to make a glycerin tincture. You're going to need your herb pack, glycerin, distilled or purified water, something to measure it in. This time you'll need a jar with a metal lid, and a pot to cook it in, and a rack to set it on. Today we're making BBL. The recipe we're using comes from the book Butterfly Miracles with Herbal Remedies by Laurie Westover. BBL contains 1 ounce of black cohosh, 1 ounce of blue cohosh, 1 ounce of blue vervain, 1 ounce of skullcap, and half an ounce of lobelia. This tincture is made with a 1:9 ratio. This means for every ounce of herbs, you will need 9 ounces of liquid. We have 4.5 ounces of herbs total, so we will need 40.5 ounces of liquid. When you're making a glycerin, 60% of your liquid needs to be the glycerin, and 40% needs to be distilled or purified water. That means we will be using 25 ounces of glycerin and 15.5 ounces of purified water. Okay, so now you need a pot with a lot of water in it. You need a rack to set your bottle on. You want to start with cool or room temperature water. Put your rack in, get it on your stove or on your hot plate, and set your bottle in on top of the rack. You need enough water in your pot so that the water is over the level of the herbs in the jar. You need to bring the water to a light boil and keep boiling for 2 hours. You'll stir it 3 to 4 times while it's cooking. Try to leave the lid off as little time as possible. Watch your water level while your tincture is cooking. You may need to add more hot water to keep your water level above the level of your herbs. After you have cooked your glycerin at a light boil for 2 hours, turn off your heat and let your glycerin sit for 24 hours. There are 2 ways to strain your tincture. The first and easiest is just to get a bowl, a strainer, and some cheesecloth. The second way, if you're doing a lot of tinctures, you can get a centrifugal juicer. We like the Omega 1000. You have to take your blade out, and you have to take your lid and cut that part so it's flush with the lid. So it looks like this one. And then you can use it to strain your tinctures. The first way, take your strainer, set it over your bowl, take a square of cheesecloth and line the strainer. Slowly pour your tincture in until you have all your liquid in the bowl. And then to get as much out of your tincture as possible, squeeze the cheesecloth. Once you've squeezed everything out of the herbs, dump them in a separate bowl, and then just continue until you've got all the liquid out of all of your herbs. The second method with the strainer, you pour all your liquid off through a normal strainer into a bowl. And you take your damp herbs and put them into your juicer. Put your lid on and just turn it on. Turn it right back off. And see how much more liquid you're getting out of those herbs that you wouldn't have got the other way. Do that until no more liquid comes out. And just finish the whole tincture. And that's all there is to it.